Okay, we're doing equations with x's on both sides of the equation now. So we've got x's on both sides here. So let's just have a look at some guidelines here. So many of the same sort of things. The goal is to find x. In the end, the last line is going to be x equals something. And so what we're trying to aim for. A strategy, if we have got any brackets, we should expand them. And we want to get the x's on one side of the equals and numbers on the other side. So you'll see what I mean. And we're trying to undo what has been done to x. And we're trying to keep the balance. What you do to one side of the equal sign, you do to the other side. And this keeps things equal. And the structure, just try and keep your equal signs underneath each other. So let's have a look at this question here. So the first one, we've got 6x plus 1 equals 4x plus 13. So the problem is, in the end, of course I want it to say x equals, but it doesn't because I've got x's on this side and x's on that side. So to get rid of, I want to get all the x's on this left-hand side. So I want to get rid of those 4x's. And the way that I get rid of those 4x's is to subtract them. So, but I need to do that to both sides of this equal sign. So I'm going to go 6x plus 1 take away 4x, and I'm going to take it away from here. 4x plus 13 take away 4x. And so this x, they're going to basically cancel each other out, and I'm just going to be left with 13 on this side. And on this side I've got 6x's, and I take away 4x's, and I'm going to be left with just 2x's. 2x's, and I've still got that plus 1 equals 13. And now it's like a two-step equation. It's a pretty easy one. I need to undo what's been done to x, and so I've got the plus 1, so I'm going to get rid of that plus 1 by subtracting it. 2x plus 1 minus 1 equals 13 minus 1, and that's going to leave me with these being cancelled, and I just get left with 2x there, and 13 minus 1 is 12, and then I'm going to divide both sides by 2, and so I'll get x is equal to 6. Alright, and I could substitute those back in here. 6x's are 36 plus 1 is 37, 4 6's are 24 plus 13 is 37, so that it works out. Okay, let's have a look at the next one. This time when I look at it, I've got 2x's here, and I've got minus 5x's here. So I'm going to get all the x's together, and this time I'm going to try and move that minus 5x, well, get rid of it. So the way to get rid of it is I add it. I have to add it to both sides of the equation. So let's have a look. 2x plus 3 plus 5x, and 24 minus 5x plus 5x equals still underneath each other. These guys cancel out, and I'm just left with 24, and then I've got 2x plus 5x, collecting like terms. I've got 7x's plus 3 equals 24, and then I need to get rid of the 3, so I'm going to minus the 3. 7x plus 3 minus 3, 24 minus 3 gets me 21, and they cancel out, just gives me 7x. And of course I just need to divide both sides by 7. 7 divided by 7 gives me 1, and 21 divided by 7 gives me 3. That's those ones, and then you get ones that have got brackets in there, and so I'm just going to expand them out. So remember, I've got to times everything in the brackets by what's on the outside. So I get 3x plus 12 equals 5x minus 15 equals still underneath each other. And now it's just another one of those questions. But this one's a little bit different. And the problem is that I've got more x's on this side than I do on that side. And so there's two ways I could do this. I could just get them all on the left hand side if I wanted to by minusing. Let's do it two ways, hey? So I could minus 5x from both sides, 3x plus 12 minus 5x, and 5x minus 15 minus 5x, and that would give me those cancelling out, leaving me with minus 15, and on this side I've got 3x take away 5x, so I get minus 2x plus 12 is minus 15, and then my next step then would be so minus 2x take plus 12 take away 12, and minus 15 take away 12, and so I get minus 27, and they cancel out, so I get minus 2x equals minus 27, and so I'm dividing to get rid of that minus 2, because it's been times, I need to divide by minus 2. Minus 27 divided by minus 2, and these cancel out, and I get left with the x, and negative divided by a negative is a positive, and so I could leave that as, or goes in there, 13.5. So I could do it that way. The other way that I could do it, and we end up doing dividing by negatives and things like that, but I could do it another way. If I wanted to, if I was a bit clever, debatable, but anyway, so if I had this 3x plus 12 equals 5x minus 15, then what I could do is, to avoid the negatives, is I could get the x's, I could get these and move them to the other side, or get rid of it from this side. So I am going to subtract 3x from both sides. So 3x plus 12 minus 3x, and 5x minus 15 minus 3x. Okay, so what have I got? These ones have cancelled, and I get left with a 12, and then I've got on this side, I've got 5x take away 3x is going to give me 2x. 2x minus 15, and equals again underneath each other. Look at that, keeps it nice, and all those equals underneath each other, keeps it all nice and symmetrical. And then the next step, what I could do if I wanted to make it, because they're both equal to each other, I could just swap them straight over. So I'd have 2x minus 15 equals 12, and now it looks like a nice question. And so my next step now is to plus the 15. So 2x minus 15 plus 15, 12 plus 15, and I get 27, and they cancel out. I get 2x, and then x is going to be 27 divided by 2, and so x is equal to 13.5. We get the same answer. There's always more than one way to do things, but sometimes you can make it easier for yourself without having to worry about the negatives. It's not such a big deal, but there's just some other options for you.